All right. So yes, we still have to close in all of those, and we aren't quite finished with the roof yet. I can still see one spot of daylight up there, which is unfortunate, but I'll get to it. We've been working on the roof pretty much all day. Let me show you what the room looks like. So this is the doorway, and there will be a bathroom right about here, and we'll have a doorway to go into it on this wall here. And the Tyvek covers up the gaps you see over here, if you're noticing that. I probably will do construction adhesive on those anyway, but this is the room. Echo. Okay, I'm screwing around, but I'm giddy over this, actually. There's a few little things here and there. Some of these guys get a little bit ahead of themselves, but that's okay. But French door's there in that big opening, and as you can see, it's trimmed out for a garage door. We've said this so many times. But yeah, 1,200 square feet of paradise. Let me show you where we're at today. Of course, I could make a joke about where I'm physically at, location-wise. I'll spare you the bad sense of humor. Okay, ready to feast your eyes? Slowly panning, not to make anybody nauseous over the motion. Yeah. Not quite a full roof yet, but very close. And there is a gap at the ridge, and there is ridge vents at the tail, and we've got our channels going up, so that's good. You don't hardly notice it, actually. Can't tell that this is anything terribly fancy, but there's a lot of internal structure on this thing. The roof is one of the areas you spend a lot of time and money on. So, she's good. Got good sized windows on it, good visibility, I just think it's going to be awesome. Yeah, so it's have to build a bathroom. All right. Sun is setting. There's the road into the property. Yeah. Sweet. You can see the trees are turning green. All right, let's go back there and get the dog. Do you mind riding the Rhino? We'll do that real quick. Forgive the vibration and the noise if you want to. Can't help you now. Small walk around here and take a look. Hadn't been down here in a little while. There's still this mystery plant that has like the leaves of like a hickory, but certainly not growing anything like a hickory would. But it may just simply be a sapling that's crowded or something, for all I know. Over here, these are, this here you obviously recognize is the seed pod from sassafras. And I don't know what this is. And this over here, you see this one? Yeah, I don't know what it is either. I actually sort of anticipated this would come out like the hickory looking thingamadoodle, but it didn't. So, but it's looking pretty nice through here. There's more work to do all the time. I can always see more stuff. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty sweet out here. This tree suddenly just popped, and I didn't know what it was. Not sure I still do. I don't recognize that bark. To me, I thought when I saw the bark, I was thinking like it. Well, it sort of looks like an aspen in a little bit with the white, but it's obviously down here starting to, turn towards the standard bark versus the upper bark. These checks up here are probably a good clue, and then the leaf. But quite honestly, I don't have any idea what kind of tree that is. Beautiful, isn't it? And you got to remember, we're just at the beginning of the season, and there's so many, really cool things coming out. There are all these ferns down here, and they're just barely starting to uncurl. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? You got to enjoy the tiny things in life. That's the beer talking. I'm pretty sure I've had a beer. Don't judge me. And these rocks, I'll tell you, I have dreams about what I'm going to do with these rocks. Of course, I kind of like that they're in a big pile. And then, of course, the house off there in the distance. All right. Sorry for the nauseating motion blur and the rhino noise. Path that goes up to the old house. Looks not too bad, except for obviously this big huge rose bush over here. It needs to be completely destroyed. That'll be a project for next year probably. Oh, look at that. There's another tree. So this is an area that I was working. You can see the wood chipper over there and the lawnmower and all that kind of stuff. And so I was removing all the things that were climbing through these trees. I wonder what this tree is. That's what I love about uncluttering these trees. There are just some really interesting trees climbing up through here. I know those two are too close or whatever. And then look at these. I don't know what they are. Guess some sort of birch, river birch maybe. But trees that were cluttered in a rose bush. Yeah, I don't have a singing voice, do I? I'll stop that now. I see flowers up there. I suspect that's probably multifloral rose or something. That's hard to tell. Leaf is not a rose leaf. Can't tell what it originates from. There could be some invasive vine or something, but it actually looks like it's these small little trees in here. Looks like they're climbers, probably climbing through the big tree. I would remove them, but I don't know what they are, and I hate removing something that doesn't seem to be causing a problem and actually provides, flowers for butterflies and such, because I'm a big soft soft gay. I was going to say a nasty word there, but this is a family channel, people. I had to go up and add water for the tadpoles. When I went up there, I discovered snakes up there that were, well, I suspect they were feeding off the tadpoles because that's like, you know, sort of pseudo caviar at that point for them, probably. I mean, you know, snakes do eat frogs and such like that, so I suspect they were eating tadpoles and it was like the best thing in their life. Okay, rhino time. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, I live a really cool life with old vintage pickup trucks, tractors, big properties, and the whole 9 yards. Yeah. I'm a 1%er, I think. I know I'm not, actually. But it's good to feel like you are, isn't it? The river continues to flow really nicely. And you see these trees again, climbing up through there. I was over here earlier today, and you could see the fish were hunting insects. It's one of my simple joys is to just come down here. I'm actually thinking what I might do is take some of these stones and build a set of steps so I can come down here and watch the fishies. It's about 2 feet deep there in the center. I would say that's deep enough for skinny dipping. Does anybody else hear that bird? It's like a mockingjay. That's a joke. I don't know what a mockingjay sounds like. Yeah, Harley motorcycles. They really like to make them as loud as possible. You know, because everybody enjoys the sound of motorcycle clatter in the emptiness of peaceful serenity. We have a lot of work to do, but we're getting there. I think we're starting to win the battle a little bit here. Is it a battle? Yes, it's a battle. But really, is it? Yes, it really is. This property has been decimated for so long. It's been abused and used and all that. Isn't that amazing? I much enjoy this. All right, well. It's probably the end of the day for me. There'll be subsequent videos. We got rid of the the nutria in the pond, or at least we got two. At least I believe they were nutria. The trapper that came out got them and told me that he got them. And he came out a couple other times and said that there didn't appear to be any further issue. So he said he definitely thinks he got rid of the problem. There are ducks up there. Yeah, that was a rabbit. I know. Got more rabbits in the city than probably we do out here. Whatever. Yeah, don't ignore that. Most of that's dead back there, by the way. It just needs to be removed. We're getting to it. All right. Enjoy your evening.